Everyone, it's me Jessica Chowdhury, and in my topic I'll be talking about advantages and disadvantages of the company. So let's start with advantages. So limited liabilities protects personal assets from business risk. It means that your personal bank account is safe if the business dives. Easier access to capital through shares, loans or investor. It means that it's easier to raise money from investors or banks. Potential tax benefits like deduction and lower corporate rates in some jurisdiction. It means that there can be a helpful tax break and lower tax rates. Now, enhanced professional image attracts customers, partners and talents. It means that the company can make business look bigger, better and more professional. Perpetual existence ensures stability beyond individual owners. It means that the business can live forever even if the owner leaves or passes away. Now let's talk about the disadvantages of the company. Higher setup costs and legal fees for incorporation. It means that it costs more money and legal effort to start up. Dilution of ownership when issuing new share means current owner gets a smaller piece of the pie. Double taxation. It means that the profit are taxed twice, once at the company level and again when given to the owner. Strict regulatory requirement, audits and public disclosure. It means you have to deal with lots of rules and regulations and paperwork and public examination. Vulnerability to market change, scandals or economic downturn. It means that bigger business can take a bigger hit from bad news or a bad economy. Now I'd like to talk about types of companies. So there are mainly two types of company. They are private company and public company. In private company, the members are limited and there is a restriction on shares, and in public companies, share traded on stock exchange, unlimited shareholders and share traded openly and has larger capital. Now let's not forget about government company and multinational company and also non-profit organization. Government company is majorly government owned and it is controlled by government only. Multinational company is a type of company which operates in multiple countries, and non-profit organization is mainly formed for charitable purpose. Now I'd like to call my friend Nischal for this.
So today I'm going to talk about the documents of company and the requirements for company. The documents are the framework for trust and governance that you must have. It's compulsory for any company to have. We have Memorandum of Association, also known as MOA. MOA is the main document of the company. It defines the scope, the goals, and the objectives of the company. We have Article of Association. These are the documentation that deals with the protocols, rules and regulations of the company and the management of company. For example, they manage procedures for rules, meetings, appointment of directors, and so on. As for prospectus, it's not mandatory for both public and private company, as the prospectus is issued by the public company inviting the public to invest in their company. We know them as shares. As you have annual reports. Annual reports are the financial statement made in annual years that showcases the financial performance that the company has achieved. Now there are requirements for registering a company. As we can reference, the society has ethics and values. Like that, we have company, and company must have some ethics. Company must have some things that must be specified for them to be noted as company. We have minimum members. As for we know, we need one member. Just one member to start a private company, but we need, I forgot how many, but we need some more for the public company. We need name approval, as the name must not be misguiding, must not be misleading, and it must be unique. Authorities like, I think, Office of Ministry Registration is the office that deals with name approval of the company. As for, you must have registered office. Well, in the context of Nepal, you must have physical address, but with the advances in technology, there has been the practice of digital registration of company as well. You have director and officials. Initial directors must be appointed at the starting of the company. That is a must. You have capital requirements that is specified. You also know is that authorized capital, and you must be compliant with law, otherwise it will be illegal, as of course, and law must be compliant with Company Act 2063. To conclude, a company, as you all know, is a legal entity. It has the right to sue, or we should. It's an artificial person following perpetual succession, means it's not associated with its directors or members. It has own existence, and the company is the thing that has helped humankind to achieve success, as it gives us a place that allows us to implement our skills in different fields according to the company. This was Savin, Jessica, and Nishal about company. Thank you so much.
Hello and good morning everyone. I am Ayush Adhikari. Today I am with my friends to give presentation on the topic company formation. I am very excited to give presentation on this topic because it is very interesting and it is very virtual topic that we see in our daily life. Thank you teachers for giving this wonderful topic. Let me begin my presentation. What is company? A company is a voluntary association of many people for profit with capital divisible into transferable shares. A company is a legally associated person or group of person who shares their skill, resources and ideas to run the business. There are many characteristics of company, but some of them are like separate legal entity. A company has its separate legal existence from its owners, which means a company can buy and do contract and other business activities on its own name. Voluntary association. Voluntary association means those person who are interested, or those shareholders who are interested to share capital or to invest capital, they can freely invest capital on business or a company. The third is artificial person. A company is created by law and a company acts with its law and power given by MOA. Perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means a company does not get affected if its member of the company dies or changes. It continues or it is not like predictable way up to what level the company runs or collapse. Limited liability. The liability of the shareholders is limited because their personal property is not at risk. It means I'm explaining in a simple way so that you can understand in a better way. Limited liability simply means that how much the shareholders invest in the business, that much portion of the shares are only affected and their personal property is not affected. Limitation of action. The energy which is provided by MOA, Memorandum of Association, they act through the energy of MOA only. They cannot go out of MOA supervision or action. Thank you. This was my part. Now I'd like to call Rasmita to continue this presentation.
Now I am going to tell about the private company and public company. Private company. A private company need at least 1 to 100 members for its formation, but a public company need at least 7 members and unlimited members are need for its formation. A public company can invite the public for its freely subscribe its shares, but a private company cannot invite the public to subscribe its share. But a private company doesn't need to issue a prospectus, but a public company must needs a prospectus. In public company, at the last of the company names, it must use private limited, but at the public company it doesn't use private limited, only it use limited. In private company it can commence its business after its registration, but at the public company it can commence its business after its registration of After obtaining the certificate of commencement of business, the first private company of Nepal is Brikuti Mill Paper, and the first public company of Nepal is Biratnagar Jute Mill, which was established in 1936-80. Thank you. For the further information, I would like to call Crystal Gurung.
A warm good morning to all. It's me, Crystal Gurung, from grade 12. From grade C6, I'd like to thank my friend Rasmita for giving this opportunity, for giving presentation on the topic of main document of company. There are three types of document in company. They are memorandum, association, and authorities of association and prospectus. The first document of the company is memorandum. It is the main document of the company which contains fundamental rules, regulation, and for authorities of company, it is the main document which contains rules, regulation regarding to international management of company. And the prospectus, it is known as an invitation notice or advertisement which gives public to purchase their shares, debenture, etc. And I like to in this presentation. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, respected teachers, judges, and everyone else. My name is Nirvan Singh Kuar, and we are from Group C2, here to present our ideas on the topic of company. Before we begin, I'd like to express my humblest of gratitude to our respected teacher and judges for giving us the opportunity to present ourselves. Without further ado, I'd like to get on to the presentation. So let's ask ourselves, what is a company? A company is a business organization formed and established under the law by people who willingly sacrifice their effort and capital into working towards a common business goal, which is usually to earn business for profit motives. A company has many features which can be explained as follows. Voluntary association. A company is a voluntary association formed by people who freely come together to run business and work towards a common goal. They willingly sacrifice their effort and capital towards the business. Separate legal entity. A company is legally different from its members and shareholders. This means that the company may file bank records, may own property, and file legal actions in its own name. Common seal. Since a company is established as an artificial person, it cannot sign off on its documents. A common seal acts as a signature which a company can use to legally validify each and every document. So, perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means that a company people or the members of the company may change, but the company remains forever. Shareholders of the company may change, but the company will still be there. For example, if Elon Musk of Starlink was fired today, the company wouldn't cease to exist. There would be a change in board of directors or the change in CEO, but the company Starlink would still remain there. Now I'd like to call Pranesh Lama for his part on the types of company.
I'm standing in front of you all to briefly explain about the types of company. There are two types of company, which are private company and public company. First of all, I would like to start with the private company. As we all know, private company means a private ownership. It can be established with a single person, and the maximum number of members a private company can hold is 101. A private company cannot issue its share to the public, and the private company does not need to issue any prospectus to the public. Now I would like to proceed to the public company. As the name prefers, a public company means a company which can be also owned by the public. A public company can easily issue its share and debentures to the public. Therefore, public can also own the public company. A public company can be established with a minimum number of 7 people, and it does not have any limitations of its members. Now, let's have a look at the differences of private company and public company. First of all, a private company can only hold one member, minimum of one member to 101 maximum members. And then a public company needs at least minimum 7 members, and it has no limitations for the maximum of its members. Now, the next is share issues. A private company cannot issue any share and debentures to the public, whereas a public company can easily invite public to subscribe its share and debentures. The next is name. A private company must have private limited at the end of its name, and whereas a public company must include limited at the end of its name. There are few legal formalities in the private company and few more in public company. We know that as our favorite presenters have already said, a public company does not need any. A public company can easily start its business after the registration of the company, whereas a public company needs certificate of commencement of the business to start the business. Thank you. Now I would like to call Abhishek Barnamal for the explanation of main documents required for the company.
Okay, thank you, Pranis. So we all know that every company stands on some important legal pillars. These pillars are the main documents of the company, which includes the memorandum of association, the article of association, and the prospectus. And so this is what we'll be discussing next. So beginning with memorandum of association, also called as Prabandha Patra in Nepali, it is the primary legal document of the company, which includes fundamental objectives, power and relationship with outsiders of company, etc. It is the constitution of the company, which includes the basic information of the companies like its names, its address, its fundamental objectives, and the authorized capital of company, and so on. And similarly, article of association, also called as Niyamawali in Nepali, it is the document which includes rights and duties for internal management of the company. It includes the rules and regulations for internal management. It includes the information about number of directors, minimum amount to be subscribed by directors, salary and allowances of directors, and so on. Finally, prospectus, also called as Vivaran Patra, it is an invitation or notice to the public to purchase the shares and debentures of the company. It is issued by public companies only. It includes the information relating to management, authorized capital of the company, capital structure of company, terms of payment like par, premium or discount, information about brokerage, commission and preliminary expenses, and so on. To make it simple, let's pretend we are starting our own company today. So at first we need an MOA, Memorandum of Association, to register and legally exist. Similarly, we need an AOA, Article of Association, to make rules for smooth running. And finally, if we want money from the public, we need to issue a prospectus. So this is exactly what big companies do. Let me show you how this document look in real companies like Nepal SBI Bank Limited and Nepal Micro Insurance Company Limited. So this is the Memorandum of Association of Nepal SBI Bank Limited, which includes the fundamental information of the bank like its name, its objective, where its corporate address, where its corporate office is situated, fundamental objectives, and so on. Similarly, this is the Article of Association of a public company, which includes the rules and regulations for smooth running and internal management of the company. And finally, this is the prospectus of Nepal Micro Insurance Company Limited, which includes the capital structure of company, number of shares, total number of shares, price, value per share, and so on. So to conclude, these all documents are not just legal papers, they are the backbone of every company, defining who it is, how it works, and how it grows. Without them, no company can run legally or sustainably. Thank you very much.
In conclusion, a company is not just a group of people. It is a legal standard which ensures accountability and succession. It operates through important documents like the Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association, and Prospectus. It can be formed under two types, which are private and public company. In essence, the company system ensures compatibility, accountability, and pure legal formality. Companies help grow economic development of Nepal and ensure the economic success of Nepal and beyond. Thank you.